that apparently was supposed to be a Trump Tower, but nobody would buy into it, so it just sat empty for a really long time until somebody else decided to buy it and make it their own. It's a pretty hideous looking Trump Tower. I gotta say, it's not impressive. I get a text from somebody on Scruff that I haven't actually spoken to substantively in 2 years. And the text is, I want to put a load in your butt. Well, hi to you too. I'm not exactly sure how to respond to that. I haven't spoken to you. I assumed you didn't care for me anymore because you never contact me. And then out of the blue, that? Okay, but why now? Why me? I mean, you've clearly been interested in other people for the past 2.5 years or so that you've had no interest in keeping in contact with me, so I'm confused.
Just that the people that sell the Watchtower, or not sell it, but promote it and proselytize it, are always the same people. It's like, do you have a job? Or are you getting paid to proselytize? I don't know. It's strange. How can you afford to do this with your life? I mean, it makes no sense. I have to assume you're getting paid to push your religion onto other people. But if not, where's the money coming from? Because you got bills to pay and rent to pay and food to put on your table, so... Anyone know the answer to this?
I've come to realize part of the reason why I don't seem to be able to find anybody to really associate with in Seattle is because I'm working all the time. This also probably explains why I tend to get really close to people who live outside of Seattle, because the only time I actually get the opportunity to meet and hang out with people is when I'm on vacation. So, unfortunately, that seems to be the situation for me pretty much all the time, which answers a lot of questions for me. What can I do about it? I have no idea, but you know, it is what it is right now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, and I want to give a shout out to Nasty Pig. I'm really liking their new hat. I love the texture of the logo. This new bomber is pretty fly. It's got this great harnessy thing in the back, which I really like. And of course, super old Nasty Pig.
Well, I just discovered Tumblr. Well, I didn't discover it, but I finally figured out how to use it after 6 years of having it and not being able to understand how anything worked on it. It's probably one of the least intuitive programs or apps I've ever worked with. I have no idea some of the shit that I was supposed to do. And it doesn't tell you. You should just know. I'm baffled how 10-year-old children figure this shit out, and I can't. Anyway, so that's why I've not been posting anything recently, is because I've been too busy uploading shit on Tumblr, because why not? Anyway, hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, and I'm on my way to work to color somebody's hair. Her name is Annie Sprinkle, but not the one you're thinking of. I'm kind of confused and don't really know why people I don't know are interested in watching any of my videos. Maybe it's because they don't know what they're getting when they sign up for it. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, my videos are kind of dull. Certainly not as interesting as a lot of these people that I don't know that are requesting to follow me. And maybe they need something to help them fall asleep. I don't know. Anyway, it's the 24th. Happy Christmas Eve. Yeah, I'll text something later on. I have a thing I want to talk about. It's a thing, so what's worse? If they're comparable. being a racist and open about it, or fetishizing other races. I never really quite understood why people referred to the nurses that draw blood as like vampires until today. They took so much blood from me that I am still lightheaded, kind of queasy. They couldn't even get the last 2 vials to fill because there was not enough pressure. That's how much blood they took. I now hate giving blood because that sucks. Literally. Anyway, yeah, so vampires do exist. They just wear white coats. Happy Wednesday. Cheers. So I am trying an experiment, and I usually keep my word on these things, so just so you know, I have unlocked my privacy settings, so basically anyone can go in. I'm going to do this for a little bit. If you are in now and you have no profile photo of yourself and you don't send me one, I am going to remove you and block you. So there you go. Otherwise, enjoy, and I'm probably going to lock this up again probably in a couple weeks. And if you're in and you enjoy it, good. If you're in and you enjoy it, I don't know who you are, good. If you're in and you enjoy it and I don't see a photo of you, bye-bye. And that's all. Also, so, a lot of times I video myself sitting here, and if I was watching this, I would want to know what I'm looking at. Specifically, what's that? This thing right here. Well, it's an old 10-inch single by Mark Almond called The Boy Who Came Back, and it's sitting right there, along with some other albums and records like this one, which is You Have by also Mark Almond, and this one, which is Tenderness is a Weakness, also by Mark Almond, and it has a great cover of Love for Sale. Got it props for that. You know, I'm confused. I'm seeing a lot of guys these days in photographs that are like fully sleeved or wearing a half bodysuit of ink. And I'm like, have you really been growing that tattoo for that long that it got that big? Or is this just something you're doing because it seems to be what other people do and it's what's expected? I don't understand why it suddenly becomes such a huge thing in the porn industry for models to be literally covered in tattoos. I mean, don't get me wrong, tattoos are hot, but when it feels like I'm looking at something that's put on a body just because instead of for a reason, it kind of kills it. Just saying.
Apparently, the last post I made, some weird reason did not record my voice. I don't know why. Sometimes that happens, I guess. I'm not sure why. Anyway, the point I was making is that guys, white men with super kinky curly
hair, also known as afro hair. If they decide to grow dreads, great, because they've got the perfect hair for it. However, if you're going to grow dreads, maintain your dreads. Keep on growing them, which means you have to fix your hair to fit them. Do not grow your fro out with your dreads hanging out from underneath the fro. It looks real stupid. Please, for the love of God, dreads or fro, but not.
So I'm having a hard time figuring out how to explain void. Like, not the void of space, but like void before creation. It's not a noun, and it's not in time, and it's not space, doesn't take up any space. Even calling it an it is incorrect. Saying it's before something is incorrect. So, is there no way to actually define the word void? Because if you say emptiness, that means there's something full to compare it to. If you say nothingness, that means there's something to compare it to.
Apparently, this Sunday, I will be the only person working at the barbershop. So, y'all should come in and say hi. Keep me entertained while I'm working and not having clients. Or come be a client and let me cut your hair. Please. More the merrier. Bring me treats. You know, think of me. Let me take care of you. No, but seriously, I'm going to be the only person working on Sunday, and I'm going to be there from 10 until 5. So if you feel like you want to come in and get a cleanup, or you want to just come in and get your hair cut, or you just seriously want to come in and say hey, that would be awesome. Anyway, have a good night. I'm going to go pass out now. Not really. I'm going to do other things and then...
You know, I've never quite understood why they have to have something called Sunday Fun Day. I mean, I get the purpose behind it, but A, the name is ridiculous. I mean, B, Sunday has never been a fun day, ever, because the next day was either school or work. So why would I want to do anything on a day that I would have to immediately regret the next day? That sounds stupid. I honestly don't get what you're supposed to do on a Sunday fun day. Any help?
Hey, just want y'all to know that I am working today. It's Sunday. I have open availability. Not much left, but anytime after 2 or 3 o'clock, I have free time if you are looking for a haircut or a beard trim or a beard cleanup or whatever. Or just come in and say hi, because, you know, it's just me here today and I always love the company. Anyway, hope you're having a good, wet Sunday. Okay. Have a good one. Cheers.
Just informed by somebody that my fantasies are too tame. Fuck you. They're my fantasies. Let me have them. If they're not what you want to do, great. Go talk about it with somebody else. But to ridicule my fantasies is kind of fucked up, wouldn't you agree?
Hey everybody, I am bartending at the Eagle tonight. You should come down and see me, because there's one person in here and I want company. Come on down, drinks, yum, and my presence, so always a good time. And we have pool now, and pinball, and a sling, and a dirty chair. Sounds like a good time to me. invite to the party who doesn't recognize when the party is over and just keeps on talking and interacting with the hosts, even though at that point they're like, get the fuck out of our house because we want to go to bed. Yeah, I've come to realize that's me. I seem to have a hard time letting go of people I find interesting or that I'm interested in, and so I tend to text a lot. Point of that is mostly because my life is so repetitive that anything that's different and new and exciting just draws me in. I do the same thing every day, every week, 365 days and 52 weeks a year. It's tedious. Anyway, I apologize to anybody who I keep on doing that to. I do eventually stop.